secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed, yeah. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it, yeah. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down. See me winning, you ain't like me.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, alright? Today we're going to do the revisited series of the all-around threat build. Now, before we get into the video though, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Liking the video, push the video to the recommended, and of course subscribe and put your note again for my daily double uploads. But now let's hop straight into this video, okay? So, when we're looking at the revisited series, what I like to do is just go back at old builds I made when the game first came out and then apply the knowledge that I know now to rework this build to make it more playable. There's a lot of things I've done in that previous build that I was like, yo, like, this ain't gonna work, okay? So, again, point guard, left-handed or right-handed, doesn't matter. I just like going left-handed, so I'm left-handed IRL, right? Now, we do want to go 6'1" with this, 183 pounds, okay? And then your wingspan, drop it down to 6'3", okay? So that right there, we want to keep that the same, all right? Then body shape doesn't matter. We can go ahead and go, let's go to fine, all right? All right, now what we're going to do here is this. We're going to go 85 on that close shot. We're going to go 90 on the driving layup, all right? So if you look at my previous way I made it, this is all I did. Close shot and driving layup, right? I was like, hey, back then, it's like, yo, like you don't need to have driving dunk. And even though you really still don't need driving dunk, a lot of people prefer it, right? So this time what we're going to do, instead of having no driving dunk, we're going to go ahead and get an 80 driving dunk for the quick drops, okay? So now you'll be able to get to the basket and not have to worry about trying to do a scoop layup, because that's usually, sometimes you get messed up with that. And if you're still holding R2 and you try to do a scoop layup, you end up doing a layup and that can get chased down blocked, okay? So scoop layups, yes, they don't get blocked a lot, but now you have extra protection with the driving dunk, which of course will give, with an 80 driving dunk, which will give you quick drops, okay? Now we're gonna go here, we're gonna go 80 on the mid-range shot, and we're gonna go 92 on the three-point shot, and then we're gonna go 88 on the free throw, okay? So on the previous one, I only had a 93 ball. Now on this one, I have a 92, and of course, by going 92, that will give you a lot of things. It'll give you Deadeye and Green Machine on Hall of Fame and Go respectfully, and then of course, Limitless on Gold. So that is another change, a slight change that you make that goes a long way, right? Then what we're gonna do on the pass accuracy, we'll go 86 on the pass accuracy instead of 90. So the previous build had a 90, and then we're gonna go 92 on the ball handle, and the previous one had a 92 also, but now we're just gonna stay at 77 speed. So remember when the game first came out, we didn't know that speed with ball was broken, right? We always thought that, yo, if you wanna have a good speed with ball, you need to have a high speed, you know, you gotta, I mean, if you wanna dribble and be quick, you need to have a high speed with ball. Well, now when we found out that you didn't need that, so in the old video, I had a 90 speed with ball. This one right here gives you a 77. It still gives you a Michael Jordan dribble style, so you're able to save a lot of attributes there, okay? Then we're gonna go 90 on the perimeter defense, okay? And then the old build had an 85 still, which again, that is good to have, but at the same time, at 6'1", it doesn't really have much of a benefit, okay? Honestly, neither of these do, but we're kind of go for the, you know, for the name. So you'll at least be able to get bumpy and stay in front of somebody, right? But when it comes to actual stealing, you're not gonna be able to get much of that still. So I'll go ahead and just pass up on that. And then we're gonna go down to our speed. And the reason, okay, now to answer the question, why people saying like, why didn't you do still, was because of what we're doing here. So on the old video, you only had an 80 speed and an 82 acceleration. And we all know that's a no-no on the acceleration. You gotta have a high acceleration. So now you have a 90 acceleration instead of just having an 82. So I had to sacrifice the steal to be able to get that acceleration and that three-point shot. Now, again, there's some ways to work around this. If you want to lower your acceleration, you want to lower your three ball from a 92 to a 90, right? Then you'll still not have enough to get there. But again, if that's the case, then you're probably better off making the older build, right? But again, I feel like this one right here is just going to give you a little bit more bang for your buck, okay? Now, your strength, you leave it alone. Your vert, you leave it alone. With an 80 driving dunk, you only need a 60 vert, okay? And that's going to allow you to get the quick drop. So just keep that in mind. Anything that just requires an 80 driving dunk, anything that requires a 60 vert, you only need an 80 driving dunk and vice versa, okay? So just know that. If you have an 80 driving dunk, Everything needs to be a 60 vert. If you have a 60 vert, at least get your driving dunk to an 80 if you want to get those dunk packages. And then, of course, the stamina will leave at a 90. So now you have 22, 25, 23, and 11. A little more versatile. Definitely a little more heavier on the offense still. That perimeter defense, yes, it is a plus. But again, at the same time, it is not nothing that you can definitely, well, let me phrase that. If you listen, a good perimeter defense is always gonna be good if you can get bumpy with it. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll leave it like that. Okay. Now the options you have is obviously you have sharp take, shot creator, playmaking, and lock. You can go different angles. You can go extreme clamps with perimeter badge drop. I decided to go double limitless on a 3-ball. Treat this as a primary ball handler type build. But again, it's your preference. There's no right or wrong answer there, okay? But yeah, here you have it, my nephews and nieces. This is revisited, redone, revamped version of the all-around threat build. All right, so as you see here, it's an all-around threat still. All right, and again, you don't see none of these in the park. All right, I don't know why, but they're not in the park. But it'll be nice to see them. And now what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna test this build out real quick. We'll get 99, and of course we'll then get you out of here. So let's go ahead and max this out here. Boom. All right. Again, you have 22 finishing badges to work with. The ones that you want to have, of course, are gonna be acrobat. You do want fearless finisher, right? And then we're gonna get those 10. Now we come down here. You got to get your limitless takeoff. You don't need posterizer, but I will go ahead and go with slithery. So let's go slithery, then limitless takeoff here. All right. We got those, and then we're going up here to Giant Slayer. All right, and then with that 2 left over, you do have a good driving dunk, so go ahead and get your aerial wizard, okay? So you're gonna be pretty straight there. Then when it comes over here to your shooting, same thing, man, it's gonna be lights out. So go ahead and get this, and let's go ahead and up here, let's go with volume shooter. So we need 1 more badge point. Let's just put that on Claymore for right now, because down here, what we wanna have is our limitless range 3. We wanna have our blinders. Now you could double core this if you wanted. Again, keep that in mind. You could double core. So if you wanted double core, you can have these 2 already and then get your Agent 3s, and then you'll be straight. But again, it's your preference. There's no right or wrong answer here. You can go with this combination here. If you do double core, then you can drop this off because that will be cored, and you have 7 badges to work with. And I recommend probably either going on amped or going on catch and shoot. It just depends on how you want to utilize this build. All right, but if I did, my advice would be to double core on your shooting. If you did it, hit level 40 last season. If you didn't, you're going to have to put those extra attributes, believe it or not, on defense. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. So this build really benefits the ones that did hit level 40 last season, because you'll be able to double core. So with this extra 7, you can go ahead and put that on amped, in my opinion. I think that would be the best bet. And then with that, we can go with, let's come back with Comeback Kid. All right. Now on the playmaking side, quick first step. You do want to get your unpluckable. Come down here, get your clamp breaker, core that, get your handles for days, boom. Come back up here, get this, and then you have your 6 left over, so you get your hyperdrive. So now you got whatever you need here as your badges, right? I don't really go crazy on the bell out a lot, but it is something good to have. You can work around that. Now on defense, this is what I'm talking about. So if utilize those badges, because you need to get 6. So you need 5 of those badges to be here so you can get your clamps. All right, so what we're gonna do here is go pick dodger. For right now, we'll just go pick dodger. We'll go with menace, all right, and then we'll call it, well, let's go ahead and core menace. But again, like I said, you want to get those badges here so you can core clamps, all right. And then let's go off ball pass for right now, all right, off ball pass, and then let's go with, I don't know, box out, and then trust me, we know we don't have a box out, but he don't have block either, so we can go chase down and box out. All right. But anyway, there you have it, my nephews and nieces. This is the revisited version of the all-around threat. Let me know in the comment section what builds you think I should revisit next. Preferably builds I made in the 1st or 2nd month of NBA 2K23 coming out, and I'll go ahead and do a rework. So let me know in the comment section what builds you want me to rework. But other than that, this is your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with another banger, man. You know, when I say back soon with another banger, you know exactly what day I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.